Hello, Libra. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot and welcome to this week ahead spread that we have here for you. Um, a week reading, whatever it is, just think of the next 7 days in your life. And I would just ask for you to bring a situation to mind as I just shuffle through a couple more times. We're going to look at the outcome of a situation in your life. So while I'm shuffling, just be thinking of a situation that you would like to know, possibly, what the outcome is going to be. And let's just tune in and tap into your intuition and find out what we can share with the sign of Libra for the outcome of a situation. That's going to be the first card we want to pull, is the outcome of that situation, potentially, for the sign of Libra. Princess of Swords. This indicates an element of looking into things, being an investigator, opening up your search engines and doing like Google searches. It's being a detective. It can be sometimes phrased as a stalker, but I always take that to mean that, you get a bite of a detail and you research the heck out of it until you've learned everything about what you need to know. Let's just say the situation is regarding whether you're going to date somebody. If you're going to date that person, the outcome of the situation, whether you're going to or not, it's going to pertain to, you're going to research them. You're going to look into them. You're going to find out as much details behind the scenes as you can before maybe you meet them for a date or before you continue to date them. So that's just one simple example. You probably have something much more interesting on your plate, but that's the outcome of the situation. Let's look at the situation and when will it resolve itself? When will the situation resolve itself for the sign of Libra? The situation will resolve itself when? This is 8 wands. Now this can indicate days. This can indicate literally 8 days. So maybe in a week from now, maybe after this reading has like expended its week energy, 8 of wands is very fast. This can happen rapidly. This can happen within the blink of an eye, so quickly, in fact, that you might not expect that it would have been so quick. So just be prepared. Whatever the outcome of the situation is, it's going to resolve itself quickly. How can you support the most positive outcome, Libra? How can Libra support the most positive outcome? 6 of Cups, pleasure. Take care of you. Take care of yourself. Spoil yourself. Indulge in things that you used to like to do when you were a child. 6 of Cups is so nostalgic. It's smelling those lovely smells. Maybe it's coconut oil. It's the smell of pomegranates. It's a fresh squeezed lime. Take care of the things that matter to you. I would nurture your senses, your 5 senses, what you can see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. Make sure that you're in a healthy, good, loving environment, and that you're able to show yourself dedicated time, rejuvenation, respect, maybe indulging in some inner child behaviors, asking your inner child what you want to do for the day or what do you want to eat for today. Just indulging in that still beautiful, young, innocent part of yourself. This is how you're going to get yourself in the right frame of mind for the situation in and of itself. But you're going to be the most positive person by taking care of you first. How can you trust that everything is unfolding for the best for the sign of Libra? How can Libra trust everything is unfolding for their best? the Princess of Discs. Another princess energy. This is essentially the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles. You can trust that everything's unfolding for the best because you have invested. It's like you've planted seeds in the situation and you're invested. And it's going to work out for the best because you've given your true, whole, positive intentions. Everything's going to work out for the best, especially when you believe in the best outcome. Sometimes it doesn't work out always the way that we hope it would. But when we step back, say after the fact, and we look and we realize, even though I didn't like the result at the time, the way that everything transpired was positive and was for my highest good. So that very well could be the case as well. But the Page or the Princess of Discs is just a reminder that you're invested in the outcome and everything's going to work out for your best because of that, whether it's the result you wanted or not. I am going to clarify for you, Libra. So let's just shuffle these Ocean Tarot cards up here a little bit. And then we're going to jump in and let's clarify that Princess of Swords. It's the Page of Swords. It's that investigator energy. And that was what we received when we asked what the outcome of the situation would be. The outcome would be Libra would be earning their private eye degree, essentially. That's the outcome. You are going to probably need to put a little research into the situation, that's for sure. Why is the Princess of Swords here for Libra? The Ace of Treasure, because it matters to you. There's an opportunity here. And the Five of Coral, sorry, it takes me a little bit to read the words. They're a little hard to read on some of these. The Page of Pearls, this is the Page of Pearls is the Page of Cups. So we've got another page. This one is the Cups. And we have that Ace of Treasure, the Five of Wands, essentially. Your ego is invested in this situation. Ace of Treasure, your ego is invested in this situation for sure. And you're interested in learning more, absolutely learning more about whatever the situation is. And I think that's why you're investigating, because it matters to your heart. And the outcome of the situation is going to involve an emotional conversation. There's going to be some emotional conversation between you and someone else because it matters to your heart that there is clarity, that there's an apology, that there is a, hey, do you have a minute? Can we talk? You're invested. Why is the Eight of Wands here as far as the timing of when the situation will resolve itself? Why is the Eight of Wands here? We have Hanged Man, 10 of Coral, 10 of Wands, and Judgment. So the Eight of Wands is here because, as I said, it's going to be quick. You will have a very quick change of perspective about the situation. You're going to almost feel as if you've had an epiphany, like you're going to know when the end is near, because you're going to feel this change in your perspective. You're going to feel like almost like a spiritual awakening happens for you. And it's going to be the moment when you finally feel like you can lay all your burdens down. It feels like you've been carrying a lot of responsibility about this situation or in the situation. And when you can finally lay your burdens down and no longer bear the burden on your back of anything regarding the outcome, that's when we're going to know that it's happening and it's over and it's almost done. How can you support the most positive outcome, Libra? How can you support the most positive outcome? And the Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here? The Hierophant, the Lovers, and Death. 3 major arcanas for you supporting the situation the most positive way possible. That inner child work, taking care of yourself, remembering the sweetness of the past and the memories and the nostalgia, that's extremely important. You have this very deep-seated knowledge about a transformation that is occurring. And there's this sacred choice that you'll have to make as far as how you're going to be and continue to stay positive. You're going to take care of yourself first and foremost, but there's definitely a transformation. There is definitely the ending of a situation so that something new can begin. You're bringing so much wisdom to the table, and that's going to help you to be positive because you're wise. And wise people know when to speak and when to not speak. And you're taking care of yourself, so you're going to be in a good, healthy mental health state of mind. But there will be a choice to make for you. When the situation is going to resolve itself, you're going to be able to support the most positive outcome by making a choice. There will be a choice that will need to be made. Why is the Princess of Discs here? For how Libra can trust this is unfolding for the best. Why is essentially the Page of Pentacles here for supporting or trusting that everything's unfolding? The Wheel of Fortune, the Six of it's coming up again, more Pentacle energy, the High Priestess. You can trust that everything is unfolding for the best because it is. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and that is always turning. The wheel is always turning, and it is turning in your favor. It is turning in your favor. You can trust that. There will be a sense of reciprocity for certain. Everything is going to reciprocate as far as what you've put in, your investment that you've made. You're going to see a return on your investment. And you're not going to have to say anything about it. You're bringing that external knowledge, wisdom, and internal knowledge. There is a divine pair here, the High Priestess, the Hierophant. They go together. They represent knowledge within and without. And you're using every ounce of your self-control and your intuition and everything you've learned in books. And you're just biding your time. It is happening fast. And I know you're going to have that feeling of, that's it. But I'm using my wisdom, I'm using my knowledge, I'm using my intuition, Libra. So just remember, there is something it's almost a very spiritual evolution happening, transformation, when you're going to have that choice to make on what you're going to do with the results. Let's give you a Trust Your Vibes Oracle card for the sign of Libra. Trust Your Vibes Oracle. Get grounded. I love that. That goes very good with the Six of Cups as far as that nostalgic energy, inner child work. Get grounded. You know how people talk about go touch grass? That'll make you feel better. Go touch grass. Go get barefoot. Go put your feet on the ground and stand there and soak up that beautiful earth energy. Whether you believe in anything woo-woo or not, I don't know. This tarot reading, I'm sure something led you here. But if the only thing that you receive is just a message to get grounded, take that as a sign. It is card number 2. And in numerology, the number 2 represents duality, balance, and intuition. So we do have a High Priestess here. That definitely is a sign. Get grounded. go get barefoot, soak up Mother Nature, that earth energy. And I can always just kind of feel that there is a connection, that there is a grounded source that you are planting down onto. Just like the roots of a tree, you draw that beautiful energy up into your body and it fills you with a sense of solid structure. I know Hierophant and High Priestess, you are wise within and without. So ground yourself, steady yourself, and just trust everything's working out for your highest and best good. I can be found on TikTok and on YouTube, Spicy Sunflower Tarot. I love your likes and your follows and your subscribes and your shares. Your comments are always wonderful. Thank you so much, Libra, for being here, being a part of the channel, and for watching. Be blessed. Be well.